All right, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. I know the game sound might be a little loud, and we'll take care of that in a second. But I just wanted to say, welcome, chat. This is a game that I thought would never get remastered. I honestly thought we was going to be stuck with the PSP version for pretty much forever. But this is Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion. To give a little backstory behind the game, this is a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. It tells the story of Zack and Jill and a couple of other characters that you may notice in the main game timeline. However, I don't know what this is going to do, because the Final Fantasy VII remake changed up a lot of things within the story, and now there's like 2 story continuities that are going on right now. So, I wouldn't be surprised if this game changed up a lot of things that was in the original Crisis Core to kind of match up with the reunion, to match up with the Final Fantasy VII remake storyline. So, definitely curious to play it, definitely excited to play it, because trying to go back and play this game on like the PSP or like a PSP emulator, it's rough. It is one of those PSP games that didn't age well, just due to the controls and the limited hardware. Like, the story is good. It's just the gameplay, controls, and overall just playing on a PSP, an action game that, you know, requires probably a second stick for the camera and stuff. It's definitely one of those games that didn't really age well. Maybe if it came out on the Vita with like the twin thumbsticks, it would have been a little bit better and aged a little bit more gracefully, but it's really hard going back and playing like the PSP version of the game. But I think we're good on everything else. Button settings, I'm using the PlayStation controller here. I've already changed the game settings. We're running at 2K resolution, 120 frames. You probably won't notice a lot of this on YouTube, just because I'm not streaming at 2K. I'll give that a shot one day, because I do want to see what like a 2K stream looks like on YouTube, see if how it runs well and stuff. But in any case, I am rambling. I am ready to play. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. Got a new game, English voice acting, normal and hard mode. I feel like playing hard mode. I played 7, the remake, on hard mode, and I did fairly well, minus a few issues, but I think hard mode will be fine. We're gonna keep the camera the same. Brightness is good. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Man, it's so surreal. It's like the same feeling as playing like the Final Fantasy VII remake. It's just something you thought would never happen. Which I need to play through that again.
The train has been overrun by Wu-Tai troops.
It looks like they updated the
regain control of the train.
The CGI cutscenes too.
Get serious. Zack.
There he is, Zack, with Jill.
Focus. There are no Shinra troops on this train. Understood?
This guy.
Hello to you too.
Now, I don't know if they changed the voice actors. I don't think so. I think it's the original voice actors that's been playing Zack for a while.
Come and get it.
Maybe. No, he might be a little different. Maybe a new voice actor.
Hey. Ha. Hey.
I may actually turn on VSync again, just because it's tearing now. I don't know if it's tearing on the stream, but I can definitely see the cutscene tearing. I will say this, Square definitely knows how to make an intro.
Soldier second class Zack on the job.
Train mark 93-2 rerouted to Sector 1 station near Mako Reactor 1. Proceed to mission phase 2 and change surveillance settings to red.
It's so weird how, like, you get, like, the same, like, familiar intros, like Final Fantasy VII with Zack. The whole train sequence jumping off the Midgar station into Sector 7. Ooh, getting, like, some little frame dips here and there. Game looks good, though. Game looks real good. Definitely an improvement over the PSP version, for sure.
Zack speaking.
Making progress, Zack?
Angeal, what's going on? Why are we fighting Shinra troops?
They're Wutai troops in disguise. Now, head to the open area above.
You mean towards Sector 8?
Yes. But first, you're gonna have to clear a path.
Clear a path?
There they are.
You'll see what I mean. Be careful.
So I can cut loose, right?
Within reason.
Within reason, he says.
Showtime.
Activating combat mode.
Alright, so I want to change, well, I don't think I can. Alright, so combat mode. Alright, so sort of similar to Final Fantasy VII Remake. Attack is square, guard is R1, and then dodge is X. Target lock-on is clicking down on the right stick, and then target switching is holding down L1 and the right stick. That's a little weird, but we'll get used to it. Alright, so that's lock-on. And then use the materia is going to be linked to our R1 and then certain buttons. Never played a single Final Fantasy game. I'm not a real gamer. What's going on, LF? Welcome to the stream, man. I actually got a chance to watch that video of why people hated Nickelback. And it's kind of messed up that it all started from a joke from a comedian, but they just kind of snowballed from there. That's messed up. Alright, so you can block in, use abilities, or lock in, or block and change your lock on. Nice. Alright, combat feels pretty good. Feels a lot more fluid than it did in the PSP.
Piece of cake. I'll make first in no time.
Go up the stairs at the end of the platform.
But nah, no worries, man. There's certain games that I haven't played that are very popular, so you're definitely a real gamer. I wouldn't worry about it. Like, there's plenty of RPGs that I haven't played that are super popular. Like, one of the biggest ones that I haven't played that a lot of people say is really good is Legend of the Dragoon. Never played that. Didn't play a lot of the Xenogears growing up. Dragon Quest is an entire series I missed out on. I missed out on the entire Dragon Quest like story, so you're not alone in missing out some of the big games. Yeah, I mean, like if a single comedian can do that, imagine what a group of people coordinated can do it to impact the perception of society. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. I like The Boys Season 2, but real life. You know, I haven't seen The Boys either. I am just a pale person.
Combat mode.
Alright, combat mode. The slot reel spinning on the top left-hand corner is the DMW, or the digital mind wave. When certain images or numbers match on the DMW, it provides a variety of effects. The reel spins SP to automatically spin and stop. More images are collected as the game progresses. A limit break state is... when images match, a limit break state is entered and a limit break move was added to your stock. Various enhancements are granted according to the number shown. Furthermore, when the number matches, of course, during a image reel, limit verge, Zack and or equipped material will level up. So yeah, this is one of the big systems that was in like the PSP that kind of like made it its own thing. It was like this reel system in the DMW slots. It's very weird because it's completely random and the player has no like real control over it. There are some story moments where like the DMW is gonna stop on a certain number, but other than that, it's completely random and you really have no control over it. So it's really hit and miss when playing. All right, so I already know about like blocking and dodging. So yeah, here we go. More effects of the DMW. If numbers match when the image reels are not in a limit verge state, certain enhancements are to be gained. Excuse me. Ooh, had the burp there. Alright, so 777 is invincible. 666 is critical. 555 is null physical damage. 444 is AB cost. Lowered to 0, which means you can just use a bunch of like AP costs and stuff like that, like physical abilities. 333 is nulling magic. 222 is MP 0 cost, which means you can just spam magic. And then 111 is also invincible. There's also negative effects that can go on, which is AP and MP cost 0 for a limited time and stuff like that. Oh, I'm sorry. These aren't negative effects. The dash represents like any number. So these are just like limited time, not like the end of battle. I was never a fan of turn-based RPGs. That's why I never tried the old ones. That's fair. Turn-based RPGs are like a special type of RPGs. Like, you really have to be willing to kind of sit and do like your tactics and just let like the combat do itself in a sense. It's not really too engaging at like some of the grinding aspects. So I totally get not liking turn-based RPGs. Some people swear by them and think they're like the true fashion of RPGs, but there's room for both turn-based and like action RPGs. When image reels are in a limit verge state and numbers between 1 and 6 match, the material set at the corresponding slot will level up. We already talked about that. During the battle, you can use potions and others are pressing circle. Okay. So that's how you can use a potion. No MP calls activate. So now I can just spam magic if I wanted to. So yeah, see, now that I get like the low MP calls, I can just spam magic. When all the enemies reels match, a limit break state is entered and corresponding limit break moves out to your stock. The limit break moves can be unleashed at any time if you're choosing, but they will all vanish at the end of battle. So pressing triangle unleashes the limit break, normal DMW mode.
Brace yourself.
Hey, what's going on, Recon and Fury? It is. Yeah, this is the remastered version.
Resolved.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, welcome, welcome. You guys haven't missed much. We're still like literally at the beginning of the stage.
Overconfidence will destroy you.
And here's the man himself.
What is this?
Is Sephiroth playable in this game? I don't
Not
think
the
so.
only hero.
It's over.
I don't think he is. Sephiroth is not playable in a lot of the Final Fantasies. Like, if it's not like a fighting game, in like the one instance in Final Fantasy VII, the original, to where you like partner with him for a little bit, he's not really much of a playable character. Though honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if like the future chapters of like the Final Fantasy VII remake will have like playable sections for him to expand his story. Yeah, no, he's one of my favorites too.
Thanks, Angeal.
It's so weird, like, seeing, like, how technology's, like, used more often in this game, like cell phones and stuff, because the Final Fantasies always had, like, some type of, like, mix between fantasy and tech, but, like, it seems like Final Fantasy VII and above really kind of push into that more tech phase.
You serious? I was just getting warmed up.
I mean, your sword's broken, my man. There's not really much you can do.
Zack. Embrace your dreams.
Hey, what's going on, M6? I agree, man. It's really nice seeing this game remade. I was saying at the
If you
beginning,
want to be a hero, you need to have dreams. And
whenever I was doing like the whole intro spiel, this is one of the games that I never thought would get remade, and I thought was going to be stuck with the PSP version because the PSP version of this game is super hard to play nowadays. It did not age well. The controls and the combat system in the PSP version is pretty bad. And I love the game. It's one of my favorite PSP games, but man, it did not age well. Like, you really get a sense of how, like, stiff the combat was and how just, like, how blind we was just to play because it was a new Final Fantasy, but looking at it with the open perspective, yeah, the combat system in the original is not great.
Hey, Zack. You seem a little on edge.
Can you blame me? All this training and no assignments. Like they're hanging me out to dry. You must be pretty busy with everyone off base.
Off base? Wait, haven't you heard? There's been a mass desertion at Soldier.
Huh?
One of the firsts has deserted. Took a bunch of seconds and thirds with him. All from Wutai. Motive, goal, all a mystery right now. This mass soldier desertion.
What I really like about this game too is that it's like a lot of like background story and perspective from like the eyes of like Shinra and stuff like that. So you kind of get like a little bit more insight on like the story from like Soldier, how Shinra operates and stuff like that.
yes, it'll be your show.
Yes.
Bro, I saw a poll on if you were to have a Power Bowl or a Death Note, and most people pick Death
It'll
Note.
be a briefing.
Man, people just want to murk people free. I mean, like, the Power Pole is cool and all, but I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'd probably pick a Death Note too. It doesn't surprise me that most people pick the Death Note.
It's good to finally meet face to face. Lazard, director of Soldier.
The director himself.
Hey,
Hey, ya.
On to business.
Y'all crazy? I mean, probably. You're not wrong. Genesis.
Soldier, first class, Genesis. A month ago, he went missing during a mission in Wutai.
Yeah, not a lot is like talked
Know
about
anything
from
about
Genesis
this?
other than Crisis Core. I think he's
Not a
mentioned
clue.
maybe once in Final Fantasy VII and then again in one of the side stories, but
The mission is currently
not a lot
stuck
talked
in
about
limbo.
Genesis.
That's why we've decided to send you.
Oh, I agree. He's also one of my favorite characters. Just the way that he acts and how he's portrayed, and I like his weapon and fighting style too.
I've
But
recommended you.
not a lot's talked about him.
Oh, and Jill! I love you, man! And Jill!
Don't make me regret this, Zach.
Sir,
Once you're
Oh, how
back,
optimistic Zach is. It's great. But yeah, the only other appearance that Genesis made was in the other Final Fantasy VII spin-off with Vincent, which is Dirge Cerberus. That's the only other time that Genesis ever shows up again.
if you have any questions about missions and combat, he can help you.
Hey, Zach. Anything you want to know? Just ask.
And I think we're
First,
good on
we should
combat.
really go over combat. You probably got a handle on it in training, but I sent you a mail explaining the basics.
Sick.
Take a look, okay?
Cool. As the story progresses, you'll receive mails from various people. You can view your mail by going to the mail in the main menu. When you have unread mail, you can select R1 from the field to open it directly. Check your mail regularly. This will probably give you like tips, useful information, and more like backstory. Excuse me, more like backstory and story elements. So, alright, so let's see. Can I actually change something? Oh, because if I pre-ordered, give or take, I got some special material. We'll deal with that later. I want to go to options, graphic settings, and I want to turn on vertical synchronization because that's fucking with some of the cutscenes and have like some screen tearing. Alright, so materia. Welcome back. You haven't missed much, Recon. What you got for dinner there? Did you bring enough to share? Alright, so I can't unequip any of the materia? I guess not. Okay. So I guess we're stuck with what we got for now. Unless we do with the equipment. Oh no, here we go. Equipment. Okay. So we have Cure, we have Blizzard, and we have Fire. We can change that to Dark Fire if we want. Which, I mean, it's a little bit stronger. It calls it Silence. We can also do like Dark Blizzard and Dark Thunder. Just some like basic starting spells. Might as well. It costs a little bit more, but might as well have them. And then we'll do like all dark, like Dark Fire, Thunder, and then Cure. But we'll leave like this for now. Cool. Some mashed potatoes, barbecue chicken, string beans. Nice, nice. Sounds like a good meal. I am actually jealous. Just a little bit. Alright.
You will take over the assignment as Genesis's replacement. As soon as you're ready, proceed to Wutai.
So yeah, this is kind of like our mission to see if we could like have what it takes to be first class soldier essentially. But yeah, just some basic stuff here, not really too much to go over. If you're familiar with like Final Fantasy stuff, this all kind of makes sense. What HP is, MP, AP, which is attack points, soldier points, with the DMW spin wheel, which we'll probably get more into that a little bit later as it comes up. Attack values like your attack, strength, vitality, so less damage you suffer from, stuff like that. So pretty much basic stuff from like RPGs. Examining, pretty standard stuff, and then controls. I mean, all this is pretty standard stuff. Nothing really here that we need to read per se. Oh yeah, no, same here, Recon. No one was expecting this. There was rumors about it when the original Final Fantasy VII Remake was announced because it would make sense to remake this game, but because this game is so old, no one thought it was coming. But it makes sense if they're doing like this whole like remake, reunion storyline. It makes sense to remake this game and give people a chance to play it. So I'm excited to play it. I'm excited it's here. I'm glad it's here.
I doubt you'd get it all
Definitely one of those
free.
things that Square made the right decision on is to remake this game to coincide with like the next chapter in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, because this is gonna hold people over too
That is
until like the
so
next
not
chapter is
true.
released next year.
Well, it's there if you want to review.
How do you figure Square Enix is doing financially? That's a tough one, to be honest with you, LF. I think they're okay. I think they're okay right now. I've heard some rumors that some of their other departments aren't doing so well and that they sold off some of their other IPs. But a lot of their RPGs, like their mainstay RPGs, like the Final Fantasy series, I know they sold off Tomb Raider. There's a few select games in their mainstay library that are making the money, including like Final Fantasy 14, which is continuously making money. So they're doing okay.
Using during training has been taken back.
I don't think they're gonna close down anytime soon. They're doing okay for now. I think like with the next couple of chapters of Final Fantasy VII, and depending on how that goes, Hitman was also theirs too, but I think they also sold the rights to Hitman. Or yeah, I think they sold the rights for Tomb Raider, Hitman, and something else recently, because they wanted to explore NFTs for a while, and well, we all know what happened with NFTs and cryptocurrency. So
Powerful materia has to be earned.
yeah, that was a drop on their part.
Soldier rules.
Yeah, they did that.
Let's talk about missions. The various services Shinra provides for civilians, those are what we call missions. To take on missions, you first have to register.
Which
your
honestly
information.
surprised me, like, 'cause I figured the first like person to jump on like cryptocurrencies and NFTs, other than like EA and Activision, would be like Konami. Are they finally useless now to NFTs? A lot of the NFTs that was quote unquote making a lot of money at the very beginning are now worth jack shit. For example, I think the NFT that Eminem had is now worth like maybe like $600 or something, maybe even less than that. But it, like when it first came out, was like a couple $100,000, and so on and so forth. So just kind of put that in perspective. Like NFT prices are dropping like dramatically, and like a lot of these whole like crypto bros are panicking, and it's a whole thing. It's something that I don't care about. I think they're stupid. There's no one that can prove to me that they actually provide any value for like video games or anything like that. Yeah, no, like anyone that bought into it, if you bought into it and didn't immediately sell it at like its highest value, then you was pretty stupid to try and hold on to it and try and sell it to other people, because all NFTs are basically are just PNGs that people quote unquote own and you can screenshot and sell. It's a stupid thing that people tried to make up,
I'll
but
show you how to register on
I
the
don't
board.
know.
Come on.
This could be just like, oh, someone that doesn't know about cryptocurrency, he's just talking shit, blah, 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 blah. I know enough not to buy into it and waste money. So, anyway, we have our map. We can check the mission board here.
Now that you're officially registered, you should try a mission.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
We about to ruin a crypto bro's life by screenshotting an NFT. Exactly.
The save points that
Like,
way.
that was a legitimate thing that happened. Like, people would actually, like, screenshot NFTs and then, like,
Read the tutorial mail
would
that
sell
I
them
sent you.
themselves, and then they got, like, locked out of, like, the blockchain and blah, blah, blah. Just a bunch of stupid shit. Like there was so much, like, cryptocurrency scandals and theft. It's amazing to watch, honestly. Alright, so save points are nothing different. I mean, they've been in every other Final Fantasy. Here, we can just save them and take on missions from here. So, I think we already made a save, I believe, right? Yeah, we'll save it again so we don't have to do, like... No, I want to save, game. I want to save. There we go. Man, had the screenshot emoji ready. Love it. Alright, so we have a training mission here. Just one, we get an elixir from it. So, but yeah, no, NFTs are dumb.
Activating combat mode.
Alright, limit gauge. The limit gauge has 5 stages, and the higher the stage, the higher the probability of a limit verge to occur. The status of the gauge changes according to the various factors, such as entering limit break or receiving certain attacks. Limit gauge stages from highest to lowest. Heavenly, sky high, high, normal, and low. Now, I know these change depend on missions and how things go within the game, so you can potentially... The only thing that you can really control in terms of like the DMW, which is like the little like slot wheel on the top left-hand side, is this factor here is the limit gauge. So you can control this by a certain degree, but that's about it. Abilities such as Assault Twister have become more effective if they are used after an attack. The more successful attacks come before it, the stronger it becomes, so keep that in mind when using these abilities. So yeah, you want to stack up the abilities before using like Attack Twister. I didn't want to use that.
Conflict resolved.
Accidentally used a potion. Didn't want to do that, but it's fine. But combat feels pretty good. Definitely feels a lot more smoother than the PSP variants.
Nice work.
It still has that,
You're
like,
on a mission.
bit of clunkiness to it, but not as bad as the
I could
PSP.
have done it blindfolded. You're the man.
Kunzel, I guess is
Can't
your
wait to
name.
see how you do in Wutai. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you.
I do like how these
Let me
interactions are,
explain
like
about these
voiced.
supply pods.
Because, like, in the PSP version, this was all, like, you have to read through it, but I like how they're voiced in this now.
In these pods, you'll find items that you can use in battle. Compliments of the company.
So they're provisions for soldier members.
Make sure they don't go to waste. Check the pods before every mission. Ah, I wonder what's in there today.
Cool. So, yeah, we get free shit pretty much every mission. Sometimes it's potions, sometimes it's equipment. So we got a bronze bangle.
All right, looks like you're all ready to head out. Lastly, let me tell you about mail.
We already know about mail. So there we go.
Just now, I sent mail to your handset. You can also get messages from Director Lazard and news about the company via mail. You should check it regularly. Who knows? Maybe you'll even get mail from new friends you make.
Yes.
But don't just read mail that you get from girls, okay?
That's totally what he's gonna do.
Well, I guess that's everything. Looks like it's time for you to head out. You're with Angeal, right? Good luck.
Yeah. Thanks for all the help.
Equipment. Zack equipped up to 6 materia and 4 accessories. The number will gradually increase towards the limit as you advance through the story or clear missions. You can set or change equipment by going to the equipment from the main menu. Okay, so pretty standard. Items can be purchased from the shop at any time by going to shops from the main menu. Shops become available when their addresses are acquired through mission rewards and other means. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So there's like no shop central place, so you can just kind of buy items from the shop in your inventory, which makes sense because the way the game is structured. This game didn't have like a lot of, how can I put it? It didn't have like a lot of hub worlds per se, because it was a PSP game at the time, so there was not like a lot of space or data to put a bunch of hub worlds to frequently visit shops and things like that. So that's kind of one of the ways that they kind of circumvented that. Now that you've got your mail account ready, allow me, your loyal, well-connected pal, to give you lots of insider info. Why? Because I'm such a nice guy. Yeah, okay. Alright. And then here you just kind of get like more information from people that you'll notice, like names from the main series and stuff like that. Like Reeve, which is one of the directors of Shinra, which you'll know more about him throughout this game and in Final Fantasy VII. So just cool backstory stuff is really why I like this game, because it ties into like the main game and events that are bound to happen.
Hey, there's a limit to the free...
Alright, so we can't get anything else. Alright, so I think we're good here. So we talk with Angeal and we can get started.
I'll be joining you as well. I'm counting on you.
Sir.
By the way, what is your dream? To become first? Is it?
No. To become a hero.
Ah, good. Unattainable dreams are the best kind.
Jesus.
Thanks.
So it's also pretty cool because like you also learn like information about Cloud in this game too, and his story makes a lot more sense when you play as him in Final Fantasy VII, because he gets introduced in this as well. It's not really a spoiler because people know about it already, but you learn more about him
The unit is already standing
and why he is the way he is.
You two there! Hold it!
Okay then. Leave this to me.
Activating combat mode. resolved.
Okay, next.
Calm down, Zach.
No can do.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, the director is watching, right? So I have to make a good impression.
Zach, heard of dumb apples?
No? What's that?
Incredible.
Yeah, so the dark magic's in this game too, and the way you can access it early is by pre-ordering the game, but I'm pretty sure if you buy the game, you also get access to it early too.
Whoa, wait! What's this dumb apple?
So yeah, so like if you pre-order, you get access to like Dark Thunder, Dark Fire, and Dark Blizzard, which does a little bit more damage than like the regular spells, but also causes silence. So it's really good in the early game.
Combat mode.
Fleeing from the enemy. You can flee from the enemy by running towards the border of the battle arena for a given time. You can't flee some battles such as boss battles. Makes sense.
Take that!
Conflict
Oh
resolved.
yeah!
Oh, they added a sprint. Okay, so you can actually sprint too.
Activating combat
Okay,
mode.
that's pretty good. You can sprint like in the outside world.
Later!
Conflict resolved.
But yeah, combat feels good.
Oh
Like,
yeah!
definitely feels a lot better than the PSP variant. It has like a little bit of the smoothness from the remake, but still a little bit of the clunkiness from the PSP
So
version.
Angeal, what's the deal with dumb apples?
The official name is Benora White. The trees bear fruit at random times during the year. Because of that, the townspeople affectionately call them dumb apples.
Makes sense.
The local farms had plenty of them to spare.
Oh really? So you stole them?
We were poor, Zach.
Nice excuse.
But even then, I had my honor. The largest Benora White tree grew on a wealthy man's estate. It was rumored that those apples tasted the best. But I never stole from that tree, because the wealthy man's son was my friend.
If he was a friend, you should have just asked for some.
Hey, what's going on, Blader?
Honor can be quite
Yeah, so
at times.
yeah, the VA is a little different. I think they have some new voice actors for some of the
What
people.
exactly does this have to do with me?
Like, I think the
No
voice actor
soul
for Zack
is not
is
worth
different. Also for Angeal.
What?
I think like you said, the delivery's not great at times.
Thanks a lot.
What was going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. We have mail from Lazard. Soldier members, I thank you for your daily hard work. As you well know, a great number of our comrades have left the company. Now, there is now some concern from within the company whether this will lead to a decline in soldiers' combat abilities. However, we can also take this as pressure, as the chance to improve how indispensable we are to the company by proving our strength but a small elite group. I hope you're taking advantage of this mission. We'll be bringing an end to the war with Wutai, so do your best to prove yourselves. Yeah, sure. I'll get right on that. Let's see. I mean, I can buy some potions to... There we go. I don't think I need any of that. But yeah, like, the VA is not bad. It's definitely... I like it, but like you said, delivery can be a little off at times. I do, however, like that everything's been voiced so far, so I do appreciate that.
B unit will set off an explosion. That's our cue.
The diversion will allow us to infiltrate.
Right. I'll set the bomb inside the fortress. You'll charge the front gate and
Uh-huh. And?
indulge yourself.
This
got it.
man.
That's what I do best. Come on, B unit. You know, I've never actually seen you use that. Don't you think it's sort of a waste?
Use brings about wear, tear, and rust. And that's a real waste.
Zack's voice sometimes sounds like those characters from Chinese MMORPGs. I can kind of see that.
Pretty cheap.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I do like how they kind of like give like a little like story for the Buster Sword as well. Like we see like the original owner per se, Angeal, which gets passed down to Zack obviously, and then from there gets passed down to Cloud. So we kind of see like a little back history on that, and why it's so rusted by the time Cloud abandons it after Final Fantasy VII, the original Final Fantasy VII storyline, why he abandons it and makes his own like sword, which splits off in like multiple pieces. So it is pretty cool to also see like the story of a weapon, of an iconic weapon, basically. Exactly, Blader. Exactly. As you progress through the story, Zack's emotions towards characters he meets will sometimes heighten, and this will in turn affect the DMW. When Zack's emotions are heightened, the relevant character's image reels have a greater chance of entering Limit Verge. So this is what I was talking about earlier, how like certain story elements will like affect the DMW, which is the slot reel, and you as the player don't have any like real control over it other than changing like the frequency that you can actually hit it, which would like the high, sky high, blah 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 that we looked at earlier.
Hold the line here. It's just one man. Prepare to swarm him.
Activating combat mode.
All right, target lock switching. This is going to be a little, not tricky, but different. Holding R1 and then using the right stick will switch targets. There we go. No MP cost. Makes things easier.
Conflict resolved.
There we go. My mom got mad at me for sleeping at work when sleeping helps you.
Piece of cake.
Unless it was your break, I can kind of see why she would get mad at you for sleeping at work. Though I can't say anything, I sometimes take a nap at my work on the clock, so I can't say anything. Sometimes you just have to take a power nap. I will say, I'm really impressed by like how good this game looks. Oh, it's actually on break? Okay, then yeah, you're fine. If it was on break, then that's different. Yeah, take a nap on your break.
It's Soldier. Damn. Stop him.
Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Nice.
Oh yeah!
Are you in?
Piece of cake. Could have done it blindfolded.
Stay alert. I've heard the Wutai keep a monster around for anti-soldier purposes. It should be somewhere in the fort.
So, if I can take it out, will I make first?
Depends on the quality of work. Your main task is diversion.
So Reunion is a spin-off of Crisis Core, which is a spin-off of Final Fantasy VII. What's going on, Video City 1? So, to kind of put it in perspective, yes and no.
Cakewalk. Just
So,
watch.
Crisis Core is pretty much a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. It tells the story of Zack, which is one of Cloud's, like, sort of best friends, and kind of, like, what Cloud sort of idolized himself as Cloud idolized himself as Zack. So yeah, Crisis Core is a prequel to Final Fantasy VII, and then Reunion is pretty much a remake of Crisis Core. And so the way that it's kind of done now is that Crisis Core and the original Final Fantasy VII have like their own storyline, and so Crisis Core Reunion and Final Fantasy VII Remake also have their own storyline. So it's like two different branching storylines, if that makes sense. Because the way that Final Fantasy VII Remake story plays out, it's not a one-to-one to Final Fantasy VII, the original on PlayStation 1. I know it's a little convoluted answer, but that's kind of like the best way to explain it, because I can guarantee there's probably going to be some differences in Reunion that's going to like different from Final Fantasy Crisis Core, the same way that Final Fantasy VII Remake differs story-wise from Final Fantasy VII. So that's why I kind of said it's like a yes and no answer. Sorry if it's a little confusing.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
Magic effects are effective against enemies with elemental weaknesses. Weaknesses can be identified with an element icon that appears near enemy's name. If you exploit the weakness, you can deal significantly more damage. So I think these things are weak against ice. Yep.
Conflict resolved.
The end!
Alright, so that's the map. Just so I can get that icon off my screen. Because I don't really need to know about magic and stuff. But yeah, that's basically how it works. This is basically a remake of the PSP version that's a prequel to Final Fantasy VII.
There he is! Get him!
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Do I have any items that I can use to like refill my MP? There we go. There we go.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
The end!
This man's singing.
Fire! Fire!
Can I do anything with this? I cannot. There's no other way around, so I guess we gotta go through there.
Activating combat mode.
Rude.
Later!
Conflict resolved.
The end!
There we go. This is a trap. Nothing inside. Yep, of course it's a trap.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
So yeah, I think after each match you get like a little bit of SP back, so that's pretty good.
Activating combat mode. Conflict
yeah.
resolved.
I do like the quick heal that you get from this, with like potions and stuff.
Activating combat mode.
Don't you think it's about time you use that sword of yours?
This sword is heavy and unwieldy.
Then why don't you bring a lighter one? Got him.
And so yeah, like when that happens, like you get like a little glimpses, like events that happen in the future. Level up. Dark Blizzard. Nice. So yeah, like little moments like that will just like tell you like events that may happen in the future.
Conflict resolved.
Got him. Oh yeah.
Alright, got ether, so let's go ahead and get some. There we go. Am I going the right way? I am not. Okay.
We make our stand here! Ready, aim, fire! Give it up!
Did the original tells you the future or remake tell you? So the original Crisis Core, yeah, the original Crisis Core did give you like some glimpses whenever you did like get like the DMV, the matchup with certain images. The original Final Fantasy VII didn't. Final Fantasy VII Remake gave you glimpses of the previous Final Fantasy title in a different timeline. It's very confusing. I'll try and enter a little bit more clearly after this.
Group of thugs like Soldier. The enemy could be lurking anywhere. Keep your eyes open.
Like right behind you.
Soldier is a formidable foe. Still, to protect our homeland, we must stand against our enemies, no matter what. Even if it means our lives. In Wutai, retreat is never an option.
Except for now. Retreat might be an option for you, buddy.
Retreat! Against bad odds, retreat is the best strategy!
This man. And we got a free item for it, too. So yeah, to kind of better explain. So, Final Fantasy VII Remake, like, during certain sections of the story, it will give you glimpses of what happened in the original timeline of Final Fantasy VII. So you would see certain characters die or certain events happen that haven't happened in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, or at least haven't happened yet. Which is kind of like the main point of the Final Fantasy VII Remake and why it's like branched off into its own different timeline. Crisis Core had it to where you would see events within Crisis Core. Like stuff later on in the story, like key moments, possible battles, and things like that. I like how the name Final Fantasy VII Remake isn't a remake at all. They just changed the timeline. So it's a remake in the sense that they've changed like the battle system and a lot of the story. So it is a remake in that sense. There are changes enough to where it's not necessarily a remaster, but a full-on remake.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Nice. Oh, can I not get that chest? I'll be really upset if I can't.
Nicely done. We have successfully occupied the fort. I just needed you to keep their attention, but... impressive. You did well. Keep pressing forward.
Assault on Fort Tabin complete. So I guess depending on how well I performed, I'll get different like audio from Angeal. But yeah, so like I would say like so far this is like you can classify this game as more of a remaster than a remake. Where like Final Fantasy VII Remake is sort of a full-on remake because they're also changing like the story, how you progress and things like that. They're also like adding in elements that was missing from their original story. So far from what we've played of this is more in lines of like a remaster. But there could be different story stuff that happens later on to where it constitutes a remake. Not sure if that makes a lot of sense.
Target resolved.
Earrings, okay. Increase our magic by 5. Nice. Let's actually go to the shop here. Okay, buy some of that. Oh, I'm an idiot. There's literally like a goddamn save point here, but it's fine. Whatever. Seems like Gil is pretty easy to come by here, but whatever. We're not going to talk about it, chat. We're not going to talk about it. But so in terms of like future Final Fantasy VII, or not Final Fantasy VII, it's like terms of like future Final Fantasies, the next rumored remake that's supposed to happen is Final Fantasy IX. They also may do Final Fantasy VIII, but it seems like Final Fantasy IX is like rumored to be remade next. Hey, what's going on, Romeo? What's going on, man? Welcome, welcome, brother. It's good to see you. The game looks good. The game looks good. Like, this is from like the PSP to like PC / like PS5. Like, game looks good, man. Definitely looks a lot better than I expected it to be. It may not look as good due to YouTube's compression, but trust me when I say it does look good. And the game actually feels a lot better to play. It still has some of that like clunkiness of like the PSP, but also the fluidness of the remake of Final Fantasy VII. It's good. I'm enjoying it so far.
At all costs. 3 ugly Shinra soldier dudes must be punished.
They remade the timeline, pretty much.
Who are you?
I'm Wutai's greatest warrior.
And there she is, young
Over for
Yuffie.
you, because now you have to face me.
A little kid? This area's not safe for you. Go on home now.
You're the one going home. If you want to go any further, you're gonna have to go through me.
Oh man. What am I supposed to do here?
Hit her with the sword.
Shoo shoo ha! Take that, bad guy.
Jesus Christ.
Shoo ha!
Ah! No! You got me!
Ha ha! That'll teach you to mess with me.
Jesus
Once
Christ.
Again, I saved Wutai.
Good job, Zach. That's why you're everyone's favorite.
Boy, oh boy. That's a lot of energy.
But yeah, it's pretty cool though that you do get to see like a young version of her. So it kind of like, the delivery makes this so meme worthy. Oh, someone's gonna do it. Someone's gonna make a meme out of it. Wow, that was stupid but cute. Exactly. Exactly. Should have punted the kid. I kind of agree with you. Like, I love it, but I hate it. Like, it's cringy enough to be entertaining, basically. But it's pretty cool at the same time, though, to see, like, characters like Yuffie appear here, which, you know, she appears later on in Final Fantasy VII. I just like this game because it provides a lot more backstory to, like, Final Fantasy VII, which is one of my favorite Final Fantasies. If not my favorite. Should have home run her with the sword. I'm glad chat totally agrees to this. Like, no one's in defense of Yuffie so far, and I respect it. Ooh, okay. Here's a boss.
You must be the anti-soldier monster.
Why are you like this? Final Fantasy VIII is not the GOAT. Why are you like this? I hate you so much. Dealing with enemy abilities. Some enemies use special abilities in battle. When these abilities are activated, the enemy will enter a casting phase, and the ability gauge will be displayed. You can lower the gauge by attacking an enemy, in which turn decreases the ability's impact. Furthermore, if you can reduce the gauge to 0 with the allotted time, you can cancel the ability entirely. Okay. It's Brandon's nightmare big-ass boss fight. So there was no way I was gonna stop that. I don't like the item switching, but you get used to it. There we go. There we go. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I want to play Final Fantasy VII, but I'm not going to get through the first 6 games, so I'm not lost. Then I can see what Cloud does at Final Fantasy VIII. So the good thing about Final Fantasy is that, with the exception of Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy XIII, the games don't follow each other in story. So you can play Final Fantasy VII and like from the get-go and be fine. Because Final Fantasy 1 through 6 does not tell the story or like add any story elements of Final Fantasy VII. So you can play any of the games like in any outside order, except for like the numbered sequels. Ha! Get smacked. That's what you get for letting your guard down.
Not good.
One of the few times we see him use the Buster Sword.
One more you owe me. You lost your focus.
Yeah. Oh, sorry if your sword got any wear, tear, or rust on it.
You're a little more important than my sword. But just a little.
But yeah, so you're fine. You're fine, video. If you ever want to play like any of the Final Fantasy games, you don't have to play them in order, with the exception of like Final Fantasy X to X-2, and then Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and then Lightning Returns. Oh, and then there is like the Final Fantasy 12 into like the 3DS version that they did. But other than that, yeah, there's not like a lot of the games that follow like a numerical sequel.
Being on site is taxing.
You didn't have to come personally.
This operation will bring an end to the war. I wanted to see it through. Soldier Second Class Zach.
Sir!
You put forth a good effort at Fort Tamblin. I saw it with my own eyes. To be frank, my evaluation is... You diverted the enemy and successfully supported Angeal. For a second, that was exemplary work.
Jack, do you know the difference between a first and a second? Going above and beyond is always the expectation. That's Soldier First Class. Remember that.
So I guess technically we didn't go above and beyond this mission.
Zack, let's go. Sephiroth is waiting.
Sephiroth? The hero? Wow, I'm gonna meet a hero.
And this is why they tell you never to meet your heroes, ladies and gentlemen. Heightened emotions have affected the DMW. Sephiroth.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Weird assassins.
Zack, come on.
Zack, take the director to safety.
I'm glad Zack is just as positive as he is in Kingdom Hearts.
Contact Sephiroth.
Same. He's always been like the more like lighthearted protagonist out of all the ones that you get to play as.
Follow me, director.
Director Lazard.
Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
Zack, I should be fine now. Assist Angeal.
Yeah, I'm on it.
You know, it's funny that they didn't even check to see if those were like real like soldiers. They could have been like Wu-Tai in disguise, but you know, don't have time to check that. Sorry, so no missions have unlocked so far. Oh wait, we can actually prepare a little bit. Let's see. So we picked up the bulletproof vest, which gives us a little bit more vitality at the cost of health. So we'll do that. We'll put on the bulletproof vest. Alright, cool.
Angeal! Angeal!
What? These guys aren't Wu-Tai troops.
Oh no. I think that's Infrit. If I remember correctly. Yep.
A summon? Who called it out?
Activating combat mode.
Okay, so cool. So every time, so when Zack receives experience points that reach a certain value, the DMW will sometimes pop up as 777. In which case, Zack will level up and his strength parameters will be strengthened. It's not possible to check actual experience points. That's cool. I kind of like this guy. He's hot. Oh yeah, so hot. Oh god, okay. Oh, he beat my ass. Alright, so he hurts.
Activating combat mode.
My man just drop kicks you. Yeah, I don't think I can stop that with my abilities. My man's going full-on cutscene on me, Jesus Christ. It's so cool, but it's gonna hurt so much. Did that one-shot me? It did. Holy shit, that one-shot at me. Okay. So that one-shots.
Activating combat mode.
I don't know if I can stop that. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright. Alright, well, we can live through this. Hey, what's going on, Corey? There we go.
Conflict resolved.
Whew. Alright, that was a little tough. I never finished this. It's a good game. I would say if you plan on playing it again, definitely pick up the remake version. This man Bruce Lee and the fuck out of his controller. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, there he is. Though, to be fair, I did most of the work, alright? So he just got the killing blow. I did most of the work.
Holy.
But yeah, if you plan on playing this again, definitely just pick up the remake version. Don't play the PSP version.
The missing soldier first class?
They're identical.
It's that guy from that game.
Copy? A human copy?
Where's Angeal?
I thought he was fighting around here.
So he's gone too.
What? Wait, what does that mean?
It means Angeal has betrayed us as well.
This is not the same voice actor as the Sephiroth from the Final Fantasy VII remake, I don't think.
And he never do that.
Hey, appreciate you subscribing, man. Appreciate that, Video City 1.
Angeal wouldn't betray us. Never!
Welcome to the Wolfpack. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Thank you, thank you. Definitely helps a lot. But yeah, Corey, if you definitely do play this, just buy the remake if you can. Buy the reunion version. Don't play the PSP version. I tried to play it about 6 months ago, and it's rough. it is not as good as you remember it, I promise. You seem pretty cool. You know, you're probably the first person in this community to say that.
How long is he gonna slack off like this?
I appreciate you, man.
It's already been a month.
Like streaming isn't my primary thing. I usually upload like videos on like on mods and stuff like that, but I do stream the occasional story games and stuff like that. So definitely check out some of my other content if you're interested.
Angeal wouldn't condone something like that. His soldier honor means way too much to him. Everything's so messed up now. Angeal, just come back to us.
Wish they would bring back the mobile PlayStation. Yeah, the PSP and the PS Vita was ahead of its time. Like, I love the Vita. Like, I love the Vita. I think it's better than... I think it's what the PSP should have
That
been.
would be me. Who is this?
Director Lazard wants to see you. Go to the briefing room.
Hey, wait.
Director Lazard wants to
was
see
that?
ya. But yeah, no, I love the Vita. The Vita was definitely like a good upgrade to the PSP. It just didn't receive
word on
enough
the NGO?
support.
He hasn't contacted his family either.
So what's this about?
A new assignment. I want you to go to the hometown of our missing soldier first class, Genesis.
Huh?
According to the parents, they've had no contact with Genesis whatsoever.
It's so weird thinking these people have like parents, right?
Can't be
Like,
trusted.
these are like super soldiers that go into battle fighting demons and enemy soldiers, but they're all still somewhat young enough to have parents that are still alive.
I had already dispatched some staff, but we've lost contact.
I think the back screen touch was weird and never fully implemented. I played Assassin's Creed Liberty on it and it was buggy. Yeah, no, the touch screen was definitely something that didn't need to be there.
The Turks.
Hey, Song of the Turks.
This job is looking really gloomy.
I think the Turks are like sort of like
Ready to go.
it's kind of hard to explain how the Turks work within like the game itself, because like the Turks are like another like class of like not another class of soldier, but they're also a group of like very talented people that take on missions that soldier won't necessarily do. They're kind of more along the lines of like your secret service, I guess would be the best way to explain it. They're pretty tough to deal with. A lot of the Turks that you get introduced to in the story are pretty tough. They're pretty talented. They can go hand to hand with some of the soldiers. That's just how tough they are. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Liberty, I remember it being buggy on there. The console version of that game is better, from what I remember. When Zack's emotions are heightened and the bonds between him and other characters grow stronger, the image data will be displayed in the DMW. The DMW is connected to Zack's memories, and when a new image is added, certain memories may play as images of Zack's heart, which is still like one of the cutscenes that we saw earlier, where Zack and Angeal was like back to back about to fight some monsters. Like the Lamborghini of mobile game systems. Yeah, no, exactly. I agree with that.
Hello?
Oh, hey.
It just didn't receive like
Did you
a
read
lot of
my
the same
mail?
support
Not yet.
that like the
I'll read
3DS
it
did with
later.
like a lot of good first party
I'm in a meeting
titles.
in the briefing room right now.
Gotcha. Hey, can I talk to you after that?
I'm kind of busy, but if you can keep it short.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, I'll be outside the briefing room.
Completely unnecessary to play it, but it turned bitches' heads. And that's what's important, is turning bitches' heads. When you acquire a summon material, the DMW will now sometimes enter summon mode, which all the real images change to summons. When all three reels match, you can call forth powerful summons like Infrit, or Ifrit, I guess, not Infrit. I don't know why I say Infrit, there's no N, it's Ifrit. So register for summon missions where you can acquire these summon materials. So example, 1-1 rematch with Ifrit. So. But now we got some new mail. What I think about Angeal, it seems like every first-class soldier has a quirk or three, but I think Angeal has a lot of common sense and a trustworthy fellow. Excuse me. Let's face it. Genesis never found group activities appealing, so Angeal is, in fact, the spiritual leader of Soldier. I got a lot of respect for him too, and I envy you for getting to work with him so often. And then some useful tips. These are just like summons and stuff like that. So basically, we can go through the training mode if we want to have like a rematch with him and get his summon, which we may do that. If you acquire the item below, Tolberry's image will appear in the DMW. I don't think Tonberry was in the original game. This little bastard's a bastard because he has abilities that will freeze you and one-shot you. Jesus, he's weird. This is also new. Obtain magic pot tricks. If you acquire this item from the magic pot or whatever, if you acquire this image below, magic pot's image will be added to the DMW. Look for a magic pot in missions like mission 10-3, Master Temporary, and satisfy it. Okay, so we have basically other missions we can do, which we can take a look at here. Alright, Alright, so we got 1 thunder. Not really useful in this situation. But if we come here, we can do a quick save here so we don't have to watch the cutscenes again. And so now we have some missions. The end the war on Wutai. Pursue the remnants here is one of them. Pretty low level mission. Hojo's laboratory. So I think the more you get of like the different types of material, you can like sell them, but you can also like upgrade your other materia as well. And so just a bunch of missions that we can do, and it's not a bad idea to do some of these missions. We can try and do a rematch with Ifrit. We did fairly well. We just have to make sure we like knock him down to where he doesn't use Hellfire and one-shots us.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way.
Ah, shit. Alright, we got him down to 50%. So, at least we won't get one-shotted from this. This is still cool, though. I do like the cutscene. It is excessive, but, like, it's cool as fuck to look at. We should live through this, though. Hopefully. Yeah. There we go.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah.
Nice. That wasn't too bad. And we got the Infert materia. So now we can get him as a summon, possibly within other missions and throughout the story. So not bad. Not a terrible fight. He does hit hard though, for sure. Gotta head out. Stay awesome, everyone. Hey man, appreciate you coming and chilling and hanging out with us. It's always good to see new people here, and thank you for subbing to the channel. If you want to tune into future streams, you can definitely watch me every Tuesday and Thursday, and my Discord is also in the description along with other social media, so if you want to follow me on there and join the Discord, you're more than welcome to. But you have a good night, man, or morning, not sure where you are, but yeah, thank you for joining and chilling and hanging out with us. Have a good one. Receive information of a hidden materia in the nest of the island-dwelling Ranchincho. Go inside to obtain the materia. I don't know what this is, so I'm gonna fight it. It's probably not a good idea to fight this, but I'm gonna do it. I don't remember what this is.
Activating combat mode.
Guns.
Hey, now you get to see Hellfire from my side, which is pretty much the same cutscene, but I get to use it. That's still super cool to look at. I'm definitely curious to see what the other summon videos look like.
Oh yeah.
Fucking wasted.
Conflict resolved.
Nice. I should probably change my materia. I feel like... Let's change this to Dark Thunder. Blizzard Blade. That's new. Enables ice-based elemental attacks. Kinda want to see what this does. Oh, okay, that's the thing we gotta fight.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on.
That's pretty cool. I'm an idiot. I use thunder on a fucking monster that uses thunder. Oh lord, you do damage. Oh, they do damage. Jesus. That thunder hurts. That thunder hurts. Okay. So thunder's bad.
Activating combat mode.
Don't use thunder. Alright, so I think we got like Angeal's like move. Didn't do much damage, but it. Nice. Okay. That went a lot better the second time around. I did not know thunder hurt that much, but thunder fucking hurts. So be aware of that. Getting struck by electricity apparently hurts you and can kill you. Life lesson from video games. Alright, so we got all the materia here. Oh, next up is the Thunder Blade. Okay, interesting. So we don't have to keep doing these missions. Like, these are just side missions, get a little bit more experience, and just like items and stuff like that. I mean, it is good to do them, so that way you're not like under leveled when going through like the story missions. And sometimes they can give you good stuff. So here, yeah, just telling you like more about missions, how you can like quit missions and stuff like that. Blizzard Blade's pretty cool. It's kind of like an Assault Twister, but like with ice. Let's see, HP up, and then we got like thunder and stuff. So but that's about it. We don't really have anything else. I think later on, I think we can equip more materia, but I'm not exactly sure.
Combat mode.
Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
There we go. And it gives you a chance to like increase like your materia and stuff like that too. So it's good to do the missions when you get the chance.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
And that made that fight a lot easier with the Foulander. Just because they're weak to ice and that does a lot more damage, it's a little bit quicker to hit than Dark Blizzard. Cool. All right, so we'll stop with that mission, and then we'll continue on with some more story stuff.
I see.
But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream so far, enjoying the game. in our experience like any like stream issues or like audio issues or anything like that.
No sweat.
I wonder. Originally, Sephiroth was assigned to this mission. That means it's a top priority matter. Be alert, or you'll fail.
And Sephiroth?
Refusing to go, apparently.
Oh, what is that? They spoil him too much.
Why don't you say that to his face?
No thanks.
Yeah, at this point in time, like Sephiroth's still revered as like a hero to everyone. He's done like a lot of good shit for people here, but you know, obviously anyone who's familiar with Final Fantasy VII and the story, well, we all know how that turns out. But I'm also on like Zack's side on that. I wouldn't tell that to his face either. The man carries a goddamn building for a sword in terms of like length.
That means this is Benora Village? Angeal's hometown?
Makes more sense why he told you the story.
Genesis and Angeal have known each other a long time.
Activating combat mode.
These assassins can be super annoying. Just because they can break your poise pretty easily.
These guys. I saw them in Wutai.
So they are here. We've seen no townspeople yet. They may have taken control of the whole town. When Genesis left, he took an arsenal along with him. Retrieve or destroy. Those are the President's strict orders.
Okay, no sweat.
I like how he just doesn't question the retrieve or destroy orders for Genesis and his people. He just like, oh yeah, no, sure, okay, that's fine. Like, no questions asked. You got an assignment to Benora, right? How's the place? I heard there's a lot of Shinra people there. Apparently the village's main source of income is the production of and processing of apples. The rest of the budget is made up of subsidies from Shinra. Now, why would Shinra care about such a tiny village? Could have something to do with Mako, or if there's something fishy going on there, I'm going to look into it. And you know what's funny is he's actually not wrong. There's a reason this village is pretty important. I think it does have a little bit to do with like the Mako production. Because for those who don't know, the way that like soldiers are able to like obtain their powers and are pretty strong is that they infuse them with like Mako energy. And for like the ones that like are pretty susceptible to it, like they can use it fairly well, is how you advance further in soldier. And you can tell like people have been like Mako infused by like the glow of their eyes. It's mentioned later on in a little bit more detail in this game and in Final Fantasy VII, but you definitely learn more about it in regard to like why like soldiers are pretty strong.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Give me 1 second. I need to check something real quick. Something's a little fishy here. 1 second. There we go. Sorry, I had to change something on one of the settings. Witchers, but you can probably still be fertile. Exactly. Honestly, that's kind of a good way to look at it. Not gonna lie, M6. That's kind of a good way to look at it.
Activating combat mode.
Got him.
Conflict resolved.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're not as bad once you get like endurance unlocked during fights, but those assassins can really stun you. Alright, so let's go ahead and change up our materia here. Dark Thunder, we don't have like a Thunder Blade, so let's go ahead and put on... Let's go with HP up to get our HP a little bit, because, I mean, we're probably going to be using Dark Thunder a lot in this fight just because it's a goddamn robot. So, I doubt we're going to be using anything else other than Thunder. Nice. How ballsy.
The President's orders will be met.
Activating combat mode.
Take that! Brace yourself.
Rush Assault.
Prove your honor to me.
I got it.
By punching this fucking robot. That's how you prove your honor. Good job proving your honor, Zach. Ooh, did he just freeze me? He did.
Conflict resolved.
Power attack obtained. Nice. Prove your honor to me. Now, repeatedly punch this robot.
A Genesis copy.
Where did you hear that?
Sephiroth said it.
The technology was stolen from our scientists.
Huh?
It apparently allows Genesis's abilities and traits to be transplanted to soldier members and monsters.
So yeah, I guess they're trying to like clone soldiers, essentially, or like, not
Soldier
clone
and
them.
Monsters. They're the same.
A better way to think of it is how they did like the genome soldiers for Metal Gear Solid. They basically took the DNA from Big Boss and started implanting it within soldiers, in order to like mass produce like strong soldiers, in like mass quantities, because they wanted to make like an army of Big Bosses for Metal Gear essentially. So that's why they wanted like the genetic code of Big Boss to implant in the regular soldiers to hopefully like increase their combat abilities. That's kind of the same concept that's happening here. What Shinra was trying to do is that it allows them to implant like soldier members DNA into regular soldiers. Sorry, that was a long-winded answer for something that probably didn't need explanation, but I did it anyway because that's why you guys are sometimes here. But yeah, to put that in perspective, that's what that's all about. Don't think we can do much else here.
Internal issues have to be dealt with before they leave. No sign of the townspeople. Check the houses.
It feels nice playing this game again after all these years.
This is Genesis's home.
It's been over a decade.
His parents are wealthy landowners.
But I never stole from that tree, because the wealthy man's son was my friend.
They weren't mere acquaintances. They grew up together and were best friends.
So Genesis deserts and gets his best friend Angeal to join him. Is that it?
That's the story.
Sephiroth believes that's the case. There. A gravestone. Still very new. Zach, go find Angeal's house. I'll check the grave.
Ugh. So Turks always do this stuff?
Someone has to do it.
Yeah, they do a lot of like
rough.
the wet works
Don't
and
worry.
dangerous missions.
We're paid much better than you are.
And there it is. They still have a sense of humor.
Zach, go find Angeal's house. It should be over there. It's likely already in enemy hands. Be careful.
Hey, welcome back, Corey. Hopefully your drive was pretty smooth with no issues.
Activating combat mode.
Later.
Oh wow, that power attack really doesn't.
Conflict resolved.
You don't have like no super armor on that. Real smooth. I like that. That's good. I like that. That power attack has like no armor on it. It's a little hard to use on like quicker enemies, which I guess makes sense because they're quick enemies and it's a slow move.
Activating combat mode.
Ow. Because we had like infinite MP, infinite MP on that round, might as well use it to kill it. Oh, it's like there's some material over there. Don't know what it is,
Let's see. Angeal's house is...
Somewhere.
Jesus Christ, how do you not know your mentor's house?
I'll just have to check each one.
That's fine. There's items that I want. There are many illuminated spots that can be found around Benora Village where items will be held. If you cannot collect these right now, but you can always check on them. But if you check them now, you can collect them at a later time. Okay. So let's see. Basically, it's saying like, all right.
What is this? But now's not really the time.
So I guess I can't pick this up now, but I have to come back later. It was a little weird, but I guess it adds like some type of like replay value or something.
What is this? But now's not...
So there's like points of interest that you can check later.
What is this? But now...
Anybody home?
Can't hear anything.
Anybody home?
Can't hear...
All right, so far it's not. This might be
Anybody
it.
home?
I like how it just slowly walks out of there.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
I will say though, if that move does hit, it hurts and it stuns.
Anybody?
Can't hear...
Alright, so let's go ahead and switch up Dark Thunder. Let's go with Dark. You know what? Let's go with the Blizzard Blade here. We'll go with that.
Anybody home?
Just more monsters. That's all that's home.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Yeah, I will say I think that move is new. Like I don't remember Blizzard Blade and Thunder Blade being in the original game, but I could be wrong.
Can I help you? Greetings, ma'am. Are you Angeal's mother? My name is Zach.
Are you Zach, the puppy?
Wow.
Excuse me?
That's a new one.
My son wrote to me once about you. 0 attention span. Restless as a little puppy.
Thanks, Angeal.
You're not here together with Genesis, are you?
No, I'm not. Don't worry.
What is happening with my son?
I'm not really sure.
Genesis came back here a month ago with an army of cohorts. And they proceeded to take the lives of many townspeople. Genesis.
They just ransacked the town for no reason. Or there's a reason, but for now there's no reason.
Is Angeal...
He came here. But he left his sword and went off somewhere.
See, that's... The fact that he left his sword too, you know it's serious.
That sword represents our family's honor.
I see. No wonder. He never uses this sword, really, ever. I'll take care of Angeal. You should go and hide somewhere.
Don't be concerned.
You see, that's what kind of like about Zack too. Like, he has his silly moments, but he's also like... He's a good guy overall. He's like one of the true good guys like in the series. Like one of the more pure members of like the cast. Which is why I think he has like such high popularity.
When Angeal decided to join Shinra, my husband had that sword made for him and told him to fight with honor. He borrowed a lot of money. And then, he worked so hard to return the debt, he eventually died of fatigue. When
That's unfortunate. So it took a lot of money to craft that sword, and he just couldn't recover from it. His father, anyway. We just took their life savings from that chest, but it's fine, because we're the hero here. Literally just heard that, hey, we worked our ass off. We don't have a lot of money, but we're gonna steal 5 gil from you. That's fine.
What? Genesis copies.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
There's a factory on the outskirts. I saw a Genesis copy go in.
You think it might be their HQ?
I do. I'm on a cliff overlooking the factory. The best way in is from above. Come to the cliff top now.
Alright, so basically we gotta head.
Combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so I don't think we can... Can we go this way? Yeah, we can go this way.
Activating combat mode.
Ah, crap. The one time I don't have, like, thunder.
You're in for it now. Here we go. Go, go, go.
Let's see. I can't wait till we can start being able to equip more materia. To kind of like offset a little bit of the stuff that we can't do. Let's go back to Dark Thunder for now. And we'll leave Blizzard Blade on. Let's actually buy some stuff too, since we have the ability to do so. There we go. So we can like keep stacked up on stuff. Our new direction. Soldier members, I thank you for your display of hard work. Upon receiving a report from an unspeakably tragic incident, I find myself thinking about our parental bonds. Just as happiness can be found in non-biological ties, parent and child can be unhappy even if tied by blood. The difference is whether or not there will be feelings of respect and appreciation. Without them, ill blood is born. Ill blood is prone to lead to tragedy, and ill blood sometimes affects our mission. While soldier must always execute our missions quickly, we must also focus on risk prevention in the future. That's interesting. Alright, is there... Let me see if there's anything back here. I don't think so, but we'll check. Okay, that's just a way to get to... Another way to get to the thing. I guess we can go up there and talk to him if we wanted to. Get a little bit more insight. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying the remake so far. I'm enjoying how it plays. It still has that feel. Oh, Lord.
Better run for it. Here we go. Go, go, go! Take that.
Conflict resolved.
There we go.
Activating combat mode.
Oh, that hurt.
Conflict resolved.
There we go.
Genesis's parents were in that grave.
Wait, his own family?
Oh shit, his own family. I forgot about that.
What about Engil?
He wasn't at the house. But please, give me time. If I find Angeal, I can talk to him. If I can convince Angeal, maybe Genesis will come back too.
I understand now why Sephiroth chose you.
Huh?
Genesis and Engil. Those two were Sephiroth's only friends. He didn't want to fight them. That's why he refused the mission.
Makes sense.
Well, Angeal is my friend too.
He's counting on you to bring them both back. Time is short. Let's go.
So we got a little bit more story information there. I don't know if I was supposed to come this way first. Probably not. I missed a couple of chests outside. We may be able to come back and get them. I'm not sure.
Made it in. No problem.
Probably not. I might have missed my opportunity to go get those chests.
Go on ahead. I've got your back.
Activating combat mode.
Take that!
That went really well. That was a good fight.
Zach, this way. Keep sharp.
Alright. Obviously, we're going to go get the chest here this time. I don't think we can go back outside and get those two outside. I should have checked those first, but I couldn't remember if I was supposed to assault, like, the front gate or just come, like, directly towards him.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
Oh, Lord.
Brace yourself!
Concentrate.
I'm feeling it!
There we go. Hey, we leveled up Cure finally.
Zach, this way.
Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Alright, cool. Sorry about that. Let me do one more thing while we're here. I'm going to do a double check around here for some of the items, so hopefully I didn't miss any. Elixir, which is always good. I think that's about it, honestly. Remedy. I keep doing that. Like, I heal and there's like a save spot like right there. God damn it. That's fine. Potions are pretty cheap.
This is where the copies are made. Go upstairs. Genesis may be there.
Alright, so we found out where like the Genesis copies are happening, which is in this factory. Have a new mission. Pursue the remnants, anti-soldier monsters. Give us another bulletproof vest. We may actually do that. And then we'd also get like the Thunderblade too, which may not be a bad idea. I am curious to see what mods come in this game, because I know they modded Final Fantasy VII Remake with like Advent Children stuff and a couple of other changes. So I wonder how they're gonna like mod this game as well.
Infinite in mystery is the gift of the goddess. We seek it thus and take to the sky. Ripples form on the water's surface. The wandering soul knows no rest.
And there he is, Genesis, the man himself.
Zack the puppy.
The grave at the house. We found the remains of our people there as well.
Jesus.
It didn't take much to have them send false reports. Just some mild threats.
They would have done that anyway. At least your parents would have.
My parents betrayed me. They had always betrayed me from the very beginning. What do you know?
Shit, left dogs.
Jesus. The fact that he lived through that. All right, Angel.
Partner. I see. You finally made your decision. I'll respect your wishes, old friend. However, can you really live on that side?
Angel!
Clearly, there's a lot going on here that gets explained later on, but you probably get like the gist of what's happening to some degree. Obviously, it's confirmed here that Genesis did in fact kill his parents and pretty much everyone here in the village. And Jill's sort of working with him a little bit to a certain degree. Obviously, they both know secrets about Shinra, which you find out later on, and they don't really approve of their methods.
Damn. Where is he? Did he leave the factory?
Like, it has a lot to do with, like, the Soldier Project, what Shinra does to, like, towns and villages and stuff like that. It's a lot of information. This man came in with the Glock. In a world where people use swords and shields and magic, this man brings a gun, and I love it.
Wait, we're gonna give up the search?
When I saw the fight between Sephiroth, Angel, and Genesis, I thought I was watching a Kingdom Hearts video. That was probably one of the more popular scenes within the game. It's a really good scene too. It's a really good fight scene.
Angel's house.
Hurry.
Man came with the 1911, just shooting monsters in the face. Gotta love the Turks. All right, so we're back outside, so we can definitely check these. We can check these chests now. X potion, and then there was one more, I believe, over here. Bronze amulet. All right, equipment. What does the bronze amulet do? Increases our magic by 20, but yeah, it lowers. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it having like the plus 20 magic. Me playing vigilant, pew pew pew. Facts. Hey man, guns. Why bring a sword to a gunfight? Unless you're a super soldier.
Genesis has begun shelling the town.
Oh man, what do we do now?
Use timely sword strikes to destroy shells.
What?
It can't be too fast or too slow. Keep focus.
Oh no.
Same routine as before. Are you ready?
I have to be.
Pay close attention to the fuse sound and the shell color. That's all the advice I can give you.
Fuse sound?
This sound. Keep your ears open. Sound will indicate the right time to attack. Watch for the shell's color change too.
Now I gotta chop missiles. This is not gonna end well.
View sound and color, huh? I have to get to Angeal's mom quickly.
Enemy cannon shields will fly towards you, destroying with your sword. When the shield heats up and turns red, that's the time to strike. Slash shell. Oh, Lord. Goddamn time attacks. Oh, come on. I call BS on that last one.
The shelling has stopped. Looks like you got almost all of them. Good. I've just received word. The airstrike is commencing. Hurry.
We could have had that last one.
She's all right.
Pretty sure, like, that kind of, like, alters the rewards you get at the end of the game, depending on what, how many shells you strike. Reach Angeal's house before the Shinra airstrike begins. If you check, Minora's hidden items again, upon the way you acquire those items upon arriving at Angeal's house.
I can check out what I...
Okay, so I guess, like, now we have the time to actually look at this stuff. And we, like, pick them up. I think there was one more. Somewhere. I think it was over here.
I can check.
Okay. Cool.
After some deliberation, I've managed to buy a little more time. Go do whatever.
Is Noruma still work on Final Fantasy games or just Kingdom Hearts games alone? I think he works on both. I think he still works on both if I remember correctly. I think let me double check that, but I think right now because I know he used to compose. I think if that's the composer, which I believe that's the composer for Final Fantasy, if I remember correctly. Oh no, he's the artist. I'm sorry. He does work for both, I believe. Because I thought that was the composer, because the composer that does like a lot of the Final Fantasy music, I believe up until Final Fantasy 5 or 6, he was the only one doing the music for those games. I could be wrong, but he was like the sole composer for like a lot of those games up until I think like I want to say 6 or 7. But yeah, I think Nomura still works on Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. Because like you can definitely tell like there's like a lot of shared design from his characters from both those games, and of course his mother.
What the hell did you do, Angeal?
Jesus.
Is that your idea of honor?
My mother could not continue to live, and neither can her son.
What are you talking about? What's going on here?
I told you. You can't live on that side anymore.
Angeal!
Jesus Christ.
Angeal!
My friend, do you fly away now? To a world that abhors you and I?
Shut up!
All that awaits
Shut
you
up! I'm
is
warning
a
you!
somber
Psyche thought, pretty
no matter
much.
where the winds may blow.
Pretty much.
I don't see Sephiroth today, but are you game?
Oh, cool. Another summon we have to fight. I think this was Shiva? which clearly I'm not prepared to fight. No, never mind. This is a... Oh! Okay, that's cool. Bahamut right off the bat. Sick. Why?
A summon! Damn it!
Activating combat mode.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
Better run for it!
Oh, they got Ripley from Metroid games. Well, here's my summon. It's not as strong as fucking whatever, but still. It's cool. I think I'm supposed to lose this fight, if I remember correctly, but we're gonna try. There we go. Ooh, Jesus. Yeah, I don't have anything that can reach that. Ouch.
Brace yourself!
I don't know if this is gonna reach him.
Concentrate.
I'm feeling it!
Oh, it will. Bet. Good damage, too. Damn good damage. I didn't think I was gonna reach him. There we go. Hey, first try. Bahamut, first try. Hell yeah. That was a little concerning. This thing's a goddamn beast in other games. Especially when you get to like Neo Bahamut. That motherfucker is a pain in the ass. Hey, appreciate it, Fury.
Summons aren't meant to be used like this. What happened to dreams and honor?
We are monsters. We have neither dreams nor honor.
The popular wing. Though I will say, as cool as it looks, it's kind of hard to fly with one wing. And it kind of like kills a little bit of like the flair of like the one-winged angel that Sephiroth had. But, you know.
Doesn't mean monster.
Because this is the first time you're going to see like the one wing. And the reason that Shinra bombed that facility is just to kind of keep it under wraps that Genesis and Angeal was making clones. So now it's just wiped. It's wiped off the face of the earth, basically. To hide the evidence, basically. Corporate cleanup.
Angeal.
Definitely gonna save. But so far, there hasn't been anything like too different in terms of like story just yet. A lot of everything's kind of been going the same as I thought it would.
The war is over.
But definitely stuff kind of like picks up in later chapters, which is what I think is gonna happen in terms of like story changes. But that's my guess.
That sword represents our family's honor.
You're a little more important than my sword. But just a little.
Where did you go? Zack here.
It's been a while, Zack.
Sephiroth.
Come to Lazard's room.
Alright.
Sephiroth has my phone number. I feel so honored. The soldier floor in the Shinra training features a training room and a materia room. New missions are sometimes available to these rooms, so drop by from time to time. So yeah, basically this is the training room. We can talk to...
The training room is currently being used for top secret research. Hence, entry is strictly prohibited. It is off limits, even for you, Mr. Soldier.
Why are you talking like that?
Being the coward that I am, cannot muster the courage to enforce this prohibition. Thus, whether to enter or not will be up to you and your conscience.
Why are you talking to me like that? Jesus Christ. I feel like they just got the janitor to do that voice line. Alright, so here's the training room, and I believe this is Hojo. Yep.
Ah, there you are. Now, let us begin the experiment.
This slimy motherfucker. I hate this man with a passion, but like, I like the way he's written because he's just, you just have to hate him. He's a well-written, hateful character.
Huh? Experiment? Me?
Never mind. Just make your way to the training room.
Not without knowing what for.
You wouldn't understand it if I told you anyway. But I want to verify the virtual data gathered from a soldier operative's combat results. You are going to help me validate my data by participating in a simulated combat scenario. Now, my precious virtual data. Defeat this sample and prove my greatness to the entire world.
God, you're such a piece of shit, Hojo.
Did you say something?
No, nothing. Now we begin.
So basically, he says he's trying to get soldier data, but really he's trying to create monsters and prove that his monsters and his experiments are better than soldier. So that's why he wants soldiers to come fight his experiments, to basically prove that he's as smart as he thinks he is.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
No. This can't be. Were the settings off again?
See, exactly. If he was really trying to get like the combat settings, he wouldn't be so disappointed that I beat them.
Or maybe I'm just playing better than your data?
To make such a bold claim, you need to provide more solid data. Fight this next monster and prove your superiority to me.
Now, I think it gets to a point where you fight a monster that you can't really beat.
Say again?
Like, what did you say? I hear you talking shit, but you're not talking loud enough, but just please a little bit more into the mic.
Oh, nothing. Now, let's begin.
I can hear your sliminess from here.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
This is impossible. Were the settings off yet again?
No, you just suck, Hojo.
You see? That's what Soldier can do.
Second-rate soldier, maybe. No, third-rate.
Yo, the
If
disrespect.
you truly are first-rate, then fight my next data. Prove to me that you can win.
See, I know he's baiting me, but I'ma do it. I know he's baiting me.
Not everyone can become an elite warrior like Sephiroth.
Huh? What?
Again, you need talking to the mic when you're gonna talk shit to me. I can still hear you.
Oh, nothing. Now,
Just can't hear you loud enough. Need you to say it with the chest, Hojo, please.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Later!
Ah, magnificent. It appears that you have the talent to become a fine study sample.
Oh, now you're happy.
Not really a talent I want.
You should be proud. Samples like you only appear every 2 years or so.
God, he's such a slimy piece of shit.
Yay. By the by, I have an extra special program you can fight. Interested?
Extra special program?
Some data I designed on a lark that displays power inconceivable in reality.
Professor Hojo, you can't possibly mean to use that data on a human.
We're gonna fight it.
Not that one. It's way too dangerous.
You shut your fucking whore mouth, I'ma fight it.
It would be a worthy opponent for a first-rate operative. Such as yourself.
I know you're stroking my ego, and I know you're baiting me, Hojo. I know it. The chat knows it. Anyone watching the archive of this knows it. But I'ma fucking do it.
Hey, I'm warning you. Don't do this. That program is way too dangerous.
I agree. It may cost you your life. I'm not exaggerating.
Eat my ass, I'ma do it.
You're indeed a sample worthy of my attention. You need not worry. I will see to it that your remains contribute greatly to science.
Now, I'm pretty sure this is like Satan or death or something I'm clearly not supposed to fight because, again, the game strokes your ego the first 3 fights like, oh, you can handle these things, don't worry. Oh, wait, here's God.
Now, my precious virtual data. Prove my greatness to the entire world.
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you. You said you're summoning death and God. Okay.
Activating combat mode.
Jesus Christ.
Here we go! Go, go, go!
That's not what I wanted to use. Eat my asshole, Joe. I did it.
Oh yeah.
Fuck your experiments and fuck you.
Astounding. This is most unexpected. Wait. I formulated a new hypothesis.
That I'm just the shit. Need to leave me alone.
You were saying something about my remains?
Yes. My knowledge, ability, and inspiration have forged a new path.
He's bullshitting, just so you guys know. He can't accept that he failed, so he's bullshitting saying, oh, this is just another one of my strategies. He's basically pulling an Eisen right now. This was the plan within his plan within his plan.
You and I will share a special relationship.
However, we do unlock a new DMW by actually talking with him and completing this, which is actually pretty powerful.
Did you hear me?
Man's in his own little world. So yeah, I think we did unlock like a DMW from that a little bit later on. Have you seen a guy wearing a white coat and glasses with dark hair and a ponytail? That's Hojo, the head of the science department. Ha, funny you mentioned that. We just met him. He rose to the top when he established the method for creating enhanced soldier operatives. It was more than 20 years ago that scientists vining to the top spot apparently had a fierce mud-slinging feud. Hojo's now in the training room. I wonder who he could be studying. Maybe I'll sneak into the training room later on. You don't want to do that.
I didn't think anyone could beat that program. You must be some kind of monster.
Unbelievable! That's impossible, even for Soldier.
Nah, I'm just the shit.
Yes, you.
Yeah, he has nothing else to say. But yeah, so you get some experience. I think you unlock Hojo's like DMW a little bit later on by doing that. So it's worth doing if you can. It is hard. Don't get me wrong. Like, well, not necessarily hard. It's actually pretty easy, but it's not necessarily hard. But it can be annoying, especially like the last fight. Let's see. So you have the sample monsters here. It gives us can give us some more materia, and then Genesis Forces. We'll do this one here because we do want to unlock the Thunderblade. I think that'd be pretty powerful. If it's as good as like the Blizzard Blade that we unlocked.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so it's one item, and there's probably one more back here somewhere. Yep, there we go. Got the 2 items.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on. Got him.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Alright. Now he's got to defeat the soldiers.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
There we go. Easy peasy. Do. Nice. Alright. So that beats that mission. Next bonus. Completion 1%. So I'm not exactly sure like what missions you need to do like to complete like the completion bonus for it. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. I guess it's like you just do them and you start completing them. So we'll finish out these missions, and I think I might call the stream. So I'm going to do the rest of these missions, and we might call it here as like a break within the story.
Activating combat mode.
Oh, what the hell? Why is that Infrit? Oh god, please don't hit me. Need to heal. There we go. Yeah, I'd rather watch this than the usual. This is gonna take me back. I feel that. It's like nostalgia games are always fun to watch. I definitely feel that. Yeah, I'm do some more training, and then I'll definitely call it. Tough Sephiroth taunting alone. Facts. I do think they expanded on some of Sephiroth's stuff within this game, though. I did see like some like a trailer, or not like a trailer, but like sort of a small spoiler on TikTok, because it's TikTok and that's what they do. Show completion bonus. You can obtain the following items according to your mission progress. Okay. So I guess if you do all the missions, this is all the stuff that you can get. So 5% gives you the Thunder Blade. Okay, I understand. So you gotta get like 5% missions done. That makes a little bit more sense breaking it down. And as long as like you do the missions whenever you get them, you should be able to get those percentages. Though some of them will be hard, I'd imagine. Oh, that's a giant fucking mech. All right, so Thunderblade, we don't have. Or we have Thunderblade, I mean. Power Attack, I kind of like Power Attack, but it just takes too long to activate. Maybe against the robot we can use it.
Activating combat mode.
Daddy LD Williams got extended monologues. I think he does. I believe he does. I think funny enough, I think you actually get to hear more of like his younger stuff too. Like I think some of his like younger childhood stuff actually gets read in this, but I'm not 100% sure. Blizzard Blade, that's probably not, honestly that's not going to do me any good. We can try Power Attack. We've mastered Dark Thunder. We haven't mastered Cure yet.
Activating combat mode.
Nice. We actually got lucky there with the null physical damage there. Made that a lot easier. But yeah, I think later on you get like some extended dialogue from him. So that'd definitely be interesting to see how it works. How many more missions do we have to do? Let's see. End of War with Wutai. You're destroying these bosses. They're not too bad. They're definitely challenging. Like, they're definitely hard, but you get a rhythm when fighting some... Oh, that motherfucker. Okay, well, that's going to be fun. I don't think we ever picked up on his weakness. We're going to stick with Dark Thunder and Power Attack. We'll see how it goes.
Activating combat mode.
Nice. Power Attack's actually pretty good there.
Here we go! Go, go, go!
I will say that went a lot better than the first time we fought him. That went a lot faster. You may be onto something, Fury. I may be fucking these people up way too fast. But I feel like that's going to change here in the next couple of missions. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like this shit's going to be like, oh, hey, you're advancing too quick. Let's slow this down a little bit. Ooh, Libra, I want that. I want Libra. I want to be able to read and see stats. All right.
Activating combat mode.
Oh, you guys hurt. You guys do a little bit more damage than your average Wutai soldiers. Jesus Christ. That actually kind of hurt. I need to be careful of that. So I gotta fight one of these generals. So definitely need to be careful of that. X potion.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way.
Oh, see? Yep. Yeah, they hit kind of hard. They got tired of the bullshit. It was like, oh, cool, you think this shit's easy? You think this shit is sweet? Let's go ahead and give this damage like 300 per hit. And make them also fast. Wutai recruiting demigods now. Oh man, you're not wrong. They actually do hit pretty hard. I'm actually a little concerned to see, I like power attack, but I feel like that's gonna get me fucked up. I'm gonna go with Blizzard Blade here. I feel like power attack's gonna get me fucked. Just because of how slow it is. It does...
Combat mode.
Yeah, I like Blizzard Blade a little bit more just because it's a little bit quicker and it still provides a stun. I'm not gonna abort the mission. Alright, equipment. Bronze Bangle. Okay, so I can equip the Iron one. That gives me a little bit more health there. Let's see. I could equip the Force Bracelets, which lowers my vitality but increases my magic and spirit. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep what I have. Oh yeah, no, Blizzard Blade's really good. I'm enjoying it.
Activating combat mode.
Oh lord. There we go. Whew.
Oh yeah.
Nice. All right. That was a little bit of jump of damage, just a little bit. We did get a Libra here, which let me actually make sure it does what I think it does. Enables detection of target status. Okay, so yeah, with this, like once we unlock like more slots later on, this is gonna be very useful to kind of like see what people's weakness is, how much health they have, and stuff like that. It sucks that I have to equip it as like one of my abilities, but it's definitely gonna be useful in the future. Oh, okay, so SP convert. I can convert these to SP. So all these extra ones that I have that I don't need. There we go. All right, so we can do. What's this other mission? Jesus. All right, so more Wutai in the slums, seeking precious items. We get a free Phoenix down, so we'll do this one. All right. Let's see. Okay, chest isn't around. There it is.
Activating combat mode.
So there we go. See, now we get to see their health and what they're weak against. So yeah, that'd definitely be useful. Assuming we're going to be fighting Spriggans, I am going to put on Dark Blizzard. Assuming that's what we're going to be fighting the majority of time, is Spriggans, yeah.
Activating combat mode.
Prove your honor to me.
I got it.
Yeah, I think Rush Assault's probably one of the more powerful DMWs that you can get. Nice. Just because it does so many hits. I think it does like the most hits out of like Sephiroth's, Genesis, and Angeal's. I think his does the most hits and has the potential to do the most damage. Alright. Well, you know, I think we'll call it here. We still have a couple more missions to do. And I may do some of these on stream, may do some of them off stream. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I would say if you're on the fence about this game, I would definitely say check it out if you've just been wanting to play Crisis Core again. Because I strongly believe that this is the definitive version to play it now. Because people would just, like, do a emulation of, like, the PSP to play it. But the way that it controls, it's definitely not worth doing that, where you can just pick up the remastered version. I'm highly enjoying it so far. I highly recommend it. I don't know if I'll be streaming again this week. I will definitely keep you guys updated and informed. If not, then I will be back next week. But I will keep you guys updated either through Discord or through the notification here. I'm also going to try and use the community board a little bit more on YouTube, because apparently that's supposed to be a thing you're supposed to use, but, you know, all that fun stuff. But apparently my social and Discord stuff's not working because why not? It usually doesn't want to work whenever I need it to, which is fucking stupid. But yeah, my socials are down below. You can find me, I think it's my Instagram, my Twitter, and I think I have TikTok down there as well. Recon's posted in the Discord, so if you haven't joined the Discord, you can definitely chill and hang out with us there in the Discord. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully this was a fun game to watch, but I highly recommend you do play it if you're interested in it. Easy, another game that would say what's good, Bones, worthy of remake money. I agree. I think this is one of the few remakes that's come out in most recent years that's definitely worth it. You can tell like a lot of love and care went into this to make sure they got it right. So far right now, Square Enix is 2 for 2 in their remakes. I thoroughly enjoyed the Final Fantasy VII remake, and I feel like I'm going to enjoy this one as well. So thank you guys for chilling, hanging out, and watching, and I will catch you guys in the next stream. Thank you. Have a good night.